In a world where carbs are your enemy, you need one man to help you fight your battles. That man is Jimmy.
Combating nutrition disinformation and general bull. It's Jimmy Rants. JimmyRants.com.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to another Instagram Live, and we're here with another episode of Jimmy Rants. If you're brand new to Jimmy Rants, go to JimmyRants.com, and once you're there, you can actually access this show live. Yes, you can. If you follow me on @LivinLowCarbMan, LivinLowCarbman. Once you are there, engage live, just like all of these amazing people are doing right now. If you missed the live, it's all good. You can watch the replay for up to 24 hours. We do put all the past episodes up on YouTube, 180 something and counting now, so go get caught up. Finally, we have a Jimmy Rants podcast, which has the best of the best moments of this here show in podcast form. JimmyRants.com is the website. So you guys know I have been at this Metabolic Health Summit in Long Beach, California. There's Long Beach. I'm in California. And so what I've been doing is pulling all of my friends in the keto world, all 3 or 4 of them so far. But I have another one here for you today. He is half of KetoConnect. You know these guys. Go follow them. Click on that link down there. But we have Matt here from KetoConnect. What's up, Matt?
How's it going, guys?
So I wanted to talk about, what's got you jazzed right now in the world of health. And it's very appropriate that we're standing in front of a plate of the Quest Keto cookies or whatever they're called.
Yeah. Half styrofoam, half cookie.
Yes. And so what Matt wanted to talk about was, well, look, there's a lot of people hating on these companies.
Yep.
And you have the philosophy of, why aren't we hating on these companies? Why aren't we encouraging people to try to find better sources of the foods that they're eating, obviously, but sometimes these things are a necessary evil. So what do you want to rant about?
It's just unrealistic expectations on what people are going to do with their eating habits. They're not going to go from eating McDonald's and packaged food to eating Whole Foods overnight. So stuff like this, Quest cookies, whatever, they don't taste that good, but they're better for your health than our real chocolate chip cookies. So having stuff like this is great, man, because people are always going to eat packaged food. There's no two ways about it. So having better alternatives, it's just a net positive for everyone, right? It's bettering their health. It's convenient. It's obviously not ideal, but it's still an overall positive thing. So it's really easy to hate on these new companies. Like, you were doing keto for 2 years now, and then all these companies are popping up, stealing the limelight. It's fine, man. It's a net positive for everyone.
So, and I love that perspective, because I think trying to cast a wider net to get more people involved is never a bad thing. And so I do like that. Although, to play devil's advocate, I told him I would do this. There are companies that are showing how to do it the right way. I think the Drop an F-Bomb people, it's macadamia nut and it's sea salt.
Yeah.
It's hard to mess that up. That's real food. But then you got ones that put it's like a long, like the Atkins bars, for example, or even the Quest bars, for example. They're a long list of ingredients. And so, are you just supposed to just say that's okay, or you say, okay, if you need those for a period of time, but then when is that period of time up?
That's highly individual, I would say. So I think about my mom a lot when I'm thinking about stuff like this.
Yeah.
She has the Weight Watchers bars, she has granola bars, Nutri-Valley, all that type of stuff. So for her, at this point, going to the grocery store and buying Quest bars, that's where she's probably at. But slowly progressing, getting better and better. I think once you start really tying how you feel to the foods you're eating, you're going to stop eating Quest bars pretty soon, because they're literally a brick in your stomach. But at first, it's like a nice sensation in your mouth, and you need stuff like that to transition to a keto diet. But eventually, of course, it should be a self-correcting diet, right? So over time, you're like, I want to feel better, so I don't want to have bricks in my stomach anymore. Quest bars.
So yeah, exactly. And I think once you start feeling that better, it does become this self-fulfilling prophecy of, okay, I'm just going to let it go. But I wonder how many patients and I say patients because I talk to a lot of doctors, they fall into this trap of, well, because I ate crappy packaged food before, now I need slightly less crappy packaged food. When does the real food conversation come into it?
That's a good question. I can only speak from experience, really. And for me, it was probably like, I mean, the first 3 months was heavy with the Quest bars and packaged foods for sure. Just like me and Megha, we'd split them all the time after dinner. But over time, we got more adept with like cooking keto foods, and then now, like honestly, it's been 2.5 years probably until we really started focusing on like the quality of the food, like buying food from a local farm, eating organ meats, nutrient density, stuff like that. Like I don't know, for some people it takes a really long time. Growing up in the modern food system where you eat Cinnamon Toast Crunch for breakfast as a child, so. I think just everyone go at your own pace. There's no race. Obviously your health is on the line, so there's some reason to why you should be pretty quick about it, but you just got to go at your own pace. Sustainability matters a lot more than being perfect from day one.
She didn't want to be on camera, but there's Megha. Say hi. Do you have any perspective at all on this that we're talking about?
No, Matt's covering it.
Matt's like the articulate one. But see, you're the one that has the metabolic brokenness, though, that made you. So what's your perspective, just real quick, of like this whole idea of if you'd known about real food and the benefits therein sooner, would you have gone to that sooner or what?
Yeah, if I knew how much like quality whole foods would impact me and my health and my inflammation from my psoriasis, and just like prepare me more for like building a family. Like if I want to be a mother one day, like I want whole foods in my body, whether it's like, you know, just using like better sweeteners or like whole raw milk. I mean, that has some carbs in it, but that's okay for me because it's still whole foods and it's better than the alternative, right? So like unsweetened almond milk, like that has nothing to it no nutrition. It doesn't really give your body anything.
That even
so
tastes good.
It is, and yeah, it's almost like water. So it's like if it's it's great. It's like barely any calories, but what are you getting from it really? What are you taking away? What does your body need? So if I knew about this, it wouldn't have taken me almost 3 years to get to this point for sure.
Yeah, and when you brought up this topic, that was the thing for me. I think back to 410-pound Jimmy Moore. Would I have been progressed along a little further along this journey had I known the goal was real food?
Yeah.
But to the point of what we're talking about here, these products can be a nice gateway. How long you stay in that gateway, I suppose, is the subjectiveness of all of this.
Yeah, it's definitely tough, and I think a lot of people, like, we don't really, I mean, for me, I was in this nutrition thing, like, we had a channel, we had a business kind of built on it, and I didn't know why vegetables were healthy, why meat was healthy, like, what's really in all of this stuff that is actually healthy. So kind of, like, learning more about that has led me to more of an emphasis on nutrient density. And when you know, a Quest bar, it literally is just how it tastes in your mouth. That's all you're eating it for. There's no substance, there's no nutritional value to it. And making your diet more about fueling you, of course, that's the goal. And it's just like really tough because I know there's two schools of thought. You either abstain from all of the sweets whatsoever, completely conquer packaged foods like cold turkey. That's an approach that maybe works for a lot of people, but I know the other approach is more of what worked for me, I would say. So I think both approaches are valid, for sure.
And what's really ironic, you guys, we're right next to the Quest.
I talk about whenever I'm thinking of like the most readily available.
For me, it's always the Atkins bars or the Quest bars. So yeah, it's recognizable.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what these guys have to say real quick. Thanks for being here, by the way. You too. Alternative Sweet says, hey. Thanks for being here. Hey, Matt, long time no see. I guess you did a live with her or something recently.
Anti-Gravity Games. How's
There you
it
go.
going?
Oh, Anti-Gravity Games. Sup, fellas? Keto Couple 333.
Oh, that's Matthew.
Yes, Lindy, Keto Teacher Mom says, hey. You got a lot of fans here. You got more fans than Jimmy Rants people. Just kidding. Agreed, it definitely makes it more sustainable for some, says Keto Couple. For sure. Matt is in his element right now.
Thanks, Matt.
Yes.
And
Great.
if you guys don't know, Matt did a how many meter rowing challenge? I think it's 1 million meters he rowed in 6 months.
Wow. Great perspective on all this, says Cece. So good job, Matt. I remember way back, Matt and Megha did a homemade Quest bar video, right?
Yeah, it's true.
What'd you put in a homemade Quest
It
bar?
was Vitafiber, which is actually not great for keto because it's partially digested.
Yeah.
It's the IMO fiber.
We took that down.
Yeah.
Hi from Brittany and me. Awesome. All right, so guys, the bottom line is if you're going to use keto products as a transitionary, that is probably a decent idea. When I went from 4 to 10 pounds and drinking 16 cans of Coca-Cola a day, you bet your sweet bippy I was drinking diet soda on that day one.
You would have saved a lot of money by going for the 2-liter too.
Yeah, exactly. I was buying the big 12 packs like 3 for $5 at the time.
Yeah.
And but yeah, exactly. And so use those as a transition, but the goal is real whole foods, which is why I tried to articulate it in my book, Real Food Keto.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of real whole foods in your book, Keto Made Easy.
Yep.
Definitely go get a copy, by the way, of Megha's book, Keto Made Easy. KetoConnect.net is your website, right?
Yep.
So go check them out, and thanks for being here on Jimmy Rants.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys, that's it for this episode of Jimmy Rants. JimmyRants.com is the website. As always, we start on Instagram. Go follow me there at Living Low Carb Man. Once you're there, you can engage in the content just like these people did here today. And then, Eminem, they said, I can't wait to see your Metabolic Health Summit. I'm sure you did great, says Anti-Gravity Games.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Watch it for 24 hours on replay. Then you can watch it on YouTube if you missed the replay. Then we have a Jimmy Rants podcast, which has the best moments of this here show, JimmyRants.com. So until next time, we'll see you then.